It is week 2 of The Masked Singer, and another masked celeb has gone home. We're going to get into all of it, plus stick around because the show's lead costume designer, Marina Toybina, is here.
Yes, that is right. I am so excited she's here, first of all. But sadly, the pandemonium was not enough because the panda went a-packin'. Take a look.
Queen Goddess Layla Ali.
Boxing legend.
Legend. Okay, did you see this coming?
I think the clues led into a bit of athlete. We kind of saw that one there. Yeah. And Robin even guessed it off the top without a performance.
Yeah, I was really impressed by that guess, by the way, because Layla Ali is someone who is incredibly smart and strong and athletic and empowering, but she definitely did not cross my mind. So when Robin was like, maybe like a Layla Ali, I was like, oh, okay, he's onto something.
Work.
Right,
exactly.
And then start backtracking a little. You know, I think it's incredible that this was sort of like a beautiful love letter or an homage to her father, who she obviously holds so dearly in her heart. What gave it away for you, or what stumped you?
What stumped me, I think we got the athlete clues. That made sense. Did a little research after, and she does have a cookbook.
Yeah.
But she's no stranger to competition reality shows. She was on Dancing with the Stars in 2007.
Yes.
The New Celebrity Apprentice in 2017. So she had to check this one off her list, too.
Yes. Go Queen Layla. You know, this woman is unstoppable. She can dance, she can sing, she can cook, she can do it all, and I can't wait to see what she does next.
And she was funny, too.
Yeah.
Her dancing, her performance, I loved all of it. She did a great job.
Incredible. So, with the panda gone, we're left to keep guessing who's underneath the remaining 3 costumes. So let's crawl into the Black Widow. Work the stage. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm having a vision.
I know where you're going with that.
And it's Raven Simone.
Yes.
I mean...
So you're putting your bet on Raven Simone here.
My bet, my money, everything I got is on Raven Simone singing there. Right there, that's her.
Okay, let's go to some receipts. I also think it's Raven Simone. A couple of things really tipped me off and gave it away. Number 1, in the clue package, we see a picture of a peach. So a peach, of course, represents Georgia, Atlanta, whatever you want to say about that. So I started off thinking maybe it's like a Real Housewife of Atlanta.
I could see them doing this.
Right, but then think about it. Raven Simone, she has a show, or she had a show called State of Georgia. The girl was born in Georgia. Okay, so that's kind of...
Peach has a big part in this, in her life.
Correct, so that's our first big clue. Then she references the phrase, my house. Okay, of course, we've got the show Raven's Home on Disney Channel. There was a reference to directing. So I started thinking, is it a tried and true director? But then we go on IMDb and we see Raven. She actually has worked as a director.
Completely.
And she is kind of gearing into that phase of her career, which is really exciting. And then also the whole darker and edgier thing. And I always think of a Disney star because a lot of them start off so like sugary and bubblegum sweet, and Raven has really kind of transitioned nicely into adulthood. And she wants to show us that she's not always going to be this like sugary sweet sort of star. She's actually like an adult who's got visions and has performance skills.
And it's not the first time we heard this clue, but living in the public eye. Obviously these are all celebrities who have all lived in the public eye. But I mean, Raven Simone, I grew up watching That's So Raven, and then she moved on and she was a co-host on The View for a while. So she's really been in the public eye forever. This is such an awesome step. We haven't heard her sing in a while. Again, we're hoping it's her. I think it's her, but this is cool to hear her again.
Yeah, and let's like call a spade a spade. The girl can sing.
Oh, completely.
We know she can sing. She was a cheetah girl, okay? And I'm very excited. I guess we'll get into this later, but there could be some very exciting cheetah girls things happening on this show in front of our very eyes, which is very exciting. I'll be honest, I thought it was Naya Rivera at first. I'm definitely leaning more Raven at the moment, but I did think strongly Naya Rivera. I'll tell you why. Naya loves Halloween, and in the original clue package from the preview episode that we got to see, there were a lot of nods to Full of Tricks, and there was Halloween music, and even the spider felt very Halloween-y to me. Also, this song, I Want to Dance with Somebody, was performed on Glee by Naya Rivera and Heather Morris.
Now get with this. Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna dance. Don't you wanna dance?
It just made sense.
Right. Did that ever cross your mind?
It did cross my mind. I mean, I love her. Again, I think the tone of the voice was very recognizable, and I thought, oh, that sounds a lot like Glee. Naya did some research. We saw she performed the song, but Raven is just sticking with me all the way. And while we have all of our guesses here, we did go online and take a look. It's anybody's guess with this show, and we pulled a few of our favorites. That's So Raven. Obviously, there are so many iconic memes. People were really pulling those out and posting those online, but people were also thinking Taraji P. Henson again.
Guys, it's not Taraji. It's not like I know, but I'm just gonna put it out there. It's not Taraji.
People thought Taraji last week. They're thinking it this week.
Her.
You all really want Taraji on this show.
I mean, I love her, but I think she's too busy right now.
And this one was, I just had to laugh at it. I mean, if the Black Widow mask isn't Scarlett Johansson, I'm going to be so angry.
I mean, I completely get it. I appreciate the funny guess there.
Could you imagine?
I would love to see Scarlett Johansson on the show. Again, I don't think she's doing it. I think she's a little busy.
Well, we were looking at all your guesses. We also want to take a look at the next mask. Perhaps you'll be able to identify the leopard.
The second the leopard opened their voice and we heard the magical tone, that has got to be Seal. I mean, I am such... it's like nerdy how much of a Seal fan I am. I really love Seal.
I didn't expect this, to be honest.
Oh my God, Kiss from a Rose. It's like the soundtrack to my childhood, like riding in the car with my parents growing up. I love Seal so much. So listen, clue package. The leopard goes, I know what it's like to be on top. Well, I went and I looked it up. Seal has one #1 hit and 3 top 10 hits. So the guy is full of hits, of course. The package made me sad because the leopard went from talking about how great they were at X, Y, and Z to then sort of being like, people just care about the celebrity culture, and it made me feel like, oh, this is someone who's been ridiculed by like tabloid culture or scandal. And I Googled, and Seal has said this. He said, it's nice to be in newspapers and magazines for something other than my marriage. He obviously had a very famous relationship with Heidi Klum for many years. And I think he said, quote, headlines have come to define me. And I don't think that of Seal, but it breaks my heart if that's how he feels.
Headlines were actually a huge part of that clue package, though. We saw 3 newspapers strategically placed throughout the clue package, kind of flat on a table, being held up. And they said, crazy game ends with a win for the leopard, out of hits and out of time, and the runaway. So these were obviously nodding to tabloid headlines we have seen surrounding Seal.
Right. And then on a very basic level, we know Seal is British. So of course we've got like a very Elizabethan outfit on the leopard. It's very Baroque. It just kind of feels very reminiscent of like English culture. And then the second the second the leopard opened their voice and just started singing, Seal is one of the most recognizable voices in music. Do you have any other guesses?
I thought that one of the interesting guesses was Robin. He said Billy Porter. Billy Porter's huge right now. I mean, he's been on Broadway for years.
Yeah.
But we've seen
the
him
guy
kind
can
of
sing.
Sweep award season recently. And I think that it's interesting because he pointed out that Billy holds his mic with 2 hands, just like this Masked Singer was. So there were a lot of
body
clues
language.
Also pointing body language towards Billy Porter. But I'm with you on this one. I'm really pointing towards Seal and the height of him. I mean, they made comments the entire time like, that is a tall leopard. Seal is 6'4".
Yes.
So
that
makes
corresponds. Totally. What are they saying online?
Online for this one, Seal has a song called Love's Divine. It's Seal. Seal is the leopard. End of story. I think you wrote that one.
Point blank. Wasn't me, but I agree with you.
This one, 2 people actually said the leopard is RuPaul. 100% changed my mind, not Seal. I'm not falling for that one, actually. RuPaul was filming Drag Race at the same time that The Masked Singer was filming this summer, so I'm not going with RuPaul anymore.
Well, you checked production schedules.
I checked production schedules for you guys.
So it's physically impossible.
It's impossible for that to be RuPaul.
Wow, I love it. And lastly, let's shake our tail feathers and check out the flamingo. I am the biggest Adrienne Bailon Houghton fan. This has got to be Adrienne.
I mean, she was strutting around that stage like she was back in Barcelona.
Oh!
I mean, it was a Cheetah Girls moment.
No matter where we come from.
It was, and if it really is Raven, in the Black Widow costume, and it really is Adrian in the flamingo costume, we would truly be getting the unofficial Cheetah Girls reunion
that we've always wanted.
That we've always wanted. So I've got a lot of receipts on this one since I'm such a huge Adrian fan. So very, very basic. She mentioned a ZoopTube channel. We know Adrian has got her channel. It's called All Things Adrian. She talks about everything from hair and makeup and relationships, so that's very much on brand. She mentioned things like The Real Story. There was also a picture of a cross. We know Adrian does a jewelry line, which is actually very faith-focused. And she said later in the episode that the flamingo is a symbol of luxury, so I am your escape. And if you follow Adrian, you know she loves traveling. She got married in Paris. She's a woman of the world.
She travels everywhere.
Everywhere. What were you thinking?
So she actually addressed this on The Real last week. Obviously, also on Fox, they brought it up right away. Twitter blew up after the preview performance we saw 2 weeks ago and immediately started tweeting, Instagram commenting everything towards her. Take a look at what she had to say.
I literally don't understand how people can think I can do this show at 4 o'clock in the morning and that show at night. Let's start there.
Let's start there.
Okay,
I am going to pull a CVS length receipt on this one. So she is claiming, obviously, that she can't do both shows at once. Well, luckily for her, The Real was actually on hiatus from May 15th until September 16th.
So totally plausible.
She had a nice little vacation where she made her way over to The Masked Singer because they were filming from July 1st to August 9th, according to one of the ticketing websites.
Wow. You did some deep,
I did some deep
hard-hitting
diving.
research.
And one of her co-hosts is also agreeing with us. They are all agreeing
convinced that it's her.
They're convinced. So she also had to say this as well.
No, it was a run that the flamingo did. And I heard a little bit of your voice.
Oh,
yes,
you heard it.
and it was like the cha-cha-cha. No.
Do you think
it's not me?
I mean, Tamara, I'm with you, girl. Adrian has one of the most recognizable voices. I grew up in the 3LW era, so that's where I first really became a huge fan of hers, and then obviously through the Cheetah Girls era, and now she's in this beautiful phase of life where she's, you know, enjoying being a wife and a talk show host, but I think when you're a true performer, that passion never really dies. And The Masked Singer is such an incredible platform, a place for her to be like, listen, I've got these vocal chops. Like, I told her, I interviewed her not that long ago, and I was like, please put out some new music because we love you and we love dancing to your music. And, of course, I asked her about, would you ever do a Cheetah Girls reunion?
There it is.
Take a look at what she said.
Raven and I have kept a great relationship, and I love Raven to death. I mean, it's literally Chuchi and Bubbles for life in real life. And we've actually gone and hung out in Vegas and have had good times like that. And we've had conversations about just how crazy that would be if ever we did do a fourth. Or just another Cheetah-licious project.
So, of course, everybody is buzzing, and a lot of people are onto what you and I have been saying about Adrian. This is what Smidge Shady said. Even the mannerisms say Adrian Bailon. You busted, sis. And then Amanda Kokesh said, my little middle schooler heart is so happy to hear Raven Simone and Adrian Bailon on The Masked Singer.
My heart as well.
Amanda, all three of us, we're in agreement. So we could sit here all day and speculate about who's under this mask, who's under that mask. We're all about receipts. We go straight to the source. So we have brought in the lead costume designer on The Masked Singer. It's Marina Toivina.
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Let's just start at the beginning on a very kind of basic level. This new season starts. There's a whole new crop of celebrities that are brought in. What is your first thing that you do?
I mean, just like every season, we do the artwork. I collaborate with one of my great artists, and I do all the artwork by hand, and then we digitally kind of enhance the artwork, make it 2D, and then from there, the sketches are then proposed to the network. We try to see what makes it different from season 1 and kind of choose our favorites, and then it's being proposed while the casting is going on to the talent that's being booked on the show.
So once the talent is solidified, and you've got this amazing crop of celebrities that are about to come in and do the show.
Yes.
How closely do you work with them? Are they allowed to say, listen, Marina, I've got this vision. I want to be the ladybug. I want to be the leopard. Or is it more you kind of steering the ship and being like, listen, I have an idea for you?
It works both ways. It's a full collaboration to where if I know who it is, and about 3 to 4 designs are being pitched per talent to see. So they have variations, they have ideas, and then when I get to meet with them, I kind of see what's going on, who are they about, who do they want to represent, why do certain costumes mean something to them, and then from there it does become collaboration where I do get notes or, you know, they're very happy with the artwork that we see, and then we do kind of try to replicate the costumes to a T, so there's no surprises.
You talked a lot about ventilation and overheating in those costumes. How are they staying cool in there? I mean, those are huge costumes. They're singing and performing and dancing in on that stage.
We have a lot of great talent that actually makes it work, but then from a technical standpoint, we do test out the masks before anybody wears them. As we're building them, I'll try them on, or the fabricators will try them on. We make sure everything has enough oxygen flow, as well as being able to visually see and also like project the voices out without any echo. And then when the costumes hit a certain shape or a certain height, we do have enough room to put fans in, which is what we've done for season 1. And that was one of the ways the monsters stayed cool.
Awesome.
And
So there's literally a fan inside this helmet
in
that
the
is spinning.
actual base of the costume, we were able to put some fans internally, and then also ventilate the actual mask portion of the costume.
Well, if you have the time, we'd love to play a little word association with you.
We're just going to name some costumes. Tell us the first thing that comes to mind. It could be anything about the costume, the person, maybe some secrets, whatever you got.
Okay.
All right, panda.
Oversized.
Leopard.
Over embroidered.
Flamingo.
No sleep.
Black widow.
Incredibly shiny.
Butterfly.
Oh man, that one's amazing.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Theatrical.
Eagle.
Flyaway.
Flower.
Majestic.
Fox.
Superhero.
Ladybug.
Fashion.
Penguin.
Tailcoat.
Rottweiler.
Gold chain.
Skeleton.
Tim Burton.
Thingamajig.
I have no idea.
And last one, tree.
Christmas.
Marina, thank you so much for coming in and spilling everything that you were allowed to say.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me here.
No,
I'm really excited.
We love having you and we love the show. And so with 3 contestants gone and 4 new masks to meet next week, there's still plenty of guessing to be done.
And of course, we want to know what you are all thinking as well, so leave us a comment with your best and craziest theories. Tweet us so we can all guess together. I'm at Charles A. O'Keefe.
And I'm at Deidre Behar. We'll see you next week.